What up, everybody? This is the Barbell Jerks Podcast, episode 49. I'm Ralph.
Crystal.
Jamie.
And Eddie.
Special guest Eddie. He's back.
He's back.
Returning guest.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
It's going, man.
I saw that you had a good fight on that last time.
Yeah,
So you got the belt, right?
Yeah. That was the main objective, was just to win. However, I had to win just to bring that back to set up the fight that I have coming up now. Yeah.
Which is when?
November 9th.
November 9th.
Yes,
at
sir. Alamo Dome.
Yeah. Who are you facing, man?
Alexis Camacho. He's 22 wins, 6 losses, 20 wins by way of knockout. So he's a legit opponent. So yeah, excited.
Saw your interview on Univision, or was it Telemundo? Which one was it?
Univision. Yeah, Univision. So we're partnered up with Univision for this fight.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so they'll be streaming it, I think, broadcasting it and everything like that.
Oh, so is that the thing they were doing in the ring and stuff?
Yeah.
Or is that promo photos that they were doing for you?
So the one that they posted on my Instagram.
Yeah.
So that was of them interviewing me for
okay.
the segment on Univision.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. When is that coming out? Or it came out already?
It came out Friday.
His Spanish is about as good as your English, bro.
It's not great at all.
It was decent, man. I thought it did decent, man. Damn.
Now I gotta see it. Oh
Why
man.
is it falling?
Sounds like
Huh?
seventh grade Spanish class over there.
Yep.
I wouldn't have done any better. So what do we got here in front of us here?
That's the WBC US NBC silver middleweight title.
That's a long ass title.
Yeah, so basically WBC US NBC
WBC
title. Yeah.
sanctioning body.
I'm the US champion of the WBC sanctioning body, the silver champion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's something, man. To me, it's just a trophy.
Yeah.
But it sets up a lot of different opportunities for myself, and it ranks me within the WBC. So, and the guy at 160 with the WBC is Canelo Alvarez. So,
Yeah.
just a matter of me just keep winning, and hopefully I get
Yeah.
that $1 million payday.
Can you make 160?
Badass.
Yeah, that's what I fight at.
I thought you were fighting at 165.
Nah, 160.
Oh.
Yep.
Damn, bro.
We were at the UTSA game yesterday,
Huh?
and up on the jumbotron, I look up and this fag's there. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Well,
Fucking
gotta be a
missed it
fag,
big
bro.
time.
I
was trying to watch the game, and Uncle Richard's hitting me. He's like, "Look!" And I'm like, "Oh,
That's the game we're invited to.
Oh,
Don't-
that game.
Yeah.
what game?" I got invited last minute. I missed out on the baby shower, but
So how was that fight that you had?
against
If I
Jace or Jazz?
Jazz. Yeah, Jazz.
did it go full rounds or?
Yeah. So it went 8 rounds. He's a good friend of mine, man, and all respect to him, and hell of a fight. But to me, that was probably the best Jazz Phipps that you would see.
Yeah.
During that time, he was on a 6 or 7 fight win streak,
Yeah.
coming off solid wins against people like Brian Vera and a couple of other good names, and he was coming for it, man. I felt it in the first couple rounds. I think then in the third round, I hit him with the body shot, and from there on the point, I just kind of knew that I had the fight pretty much, and he just knew how to survive because I was hitting him with some shots that I thought would have put a lot of other people away.
Yeah.
So.
Not me.
Yeah. especially him with his Counting Crows haircut. Man.
They don't even know who that is. They listen to rap.
It's a band.
See, she knows.
Hey,
They're all-
he listens to a lot of rap. I've been seeing
he
this
listens
shit
to
a
a lot of
lot,
rap.
and I'm like, hey, that's legit. Throwing
Yeah,
up,
man.
seeing the shit. All right, cool.
Yeah, bro.
I never even heard of that guy. This
Who?
guy's about to get angry. Look.
Who? About who? About who?
Nipsey.
You know you heard about because I
Never
talk about
know, but before that,
Oh,
when
yeah.
he died,
He
I was
didn't
like,
know
who's that?
You're off the podcast.
Nipsey Cud.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I've been seeing him in studio a lot. I was like, oh shit.
So how
That's
long
legit.
how long you been in camp for this fight right now? You're in the middle of it going on right now.
Yeah. So come Monday, it'll be 4 weeks. Monday will be 4 weeks out. I've been in for approximately 8 to 9 weeks.
Fucking Kramer again. Last week you did it too. You just fucking busted.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, are you doing anything different in this camp or preparing in any other different way? Or
I think just because I had such a long camp the last camp and we're coming right off of that camp, I'm a lot I'm a lot sharper than I was this previous camp, and I've learned how to deal with the injuries, and not only the injuries, just kind of the different things that I was dealing with the last camp.
Yeah.
I've learned how to deal with those a lot better and a lot easier. So for me, this camp, I'm not gonna say it's easier. It just has flowed a lot better.
Gotcha.
So it's just flowing a lot smoother. There's still things that happen that that I think if you're not prepared for, they can get the best of you.
Yeah.
But thankfully, I get mentally, and I'm very strong, and not only that, I have a very solid team of people around me and my family. So it's I couldn't have asked for a better camp so far.
Yeah.
Now these next 4 weeks, we're going to try to pick up the pace and the intensity a little bit. So with that being said, it'll probably get a little bit more difficult. But if you're not training hard and your camp's not hard, then your fight's going to be hard. So I'm going to try to push the pace a little bit more these next couple weeks with the sparring and everything. Thankfully, I've gotten to some really solid rounds this camp. I've had Tristan Kauk, who's signed with Golden Boy and fights for DAZN. He's a light heavyweight. That's a really big boy compared to me. Josh Juarez, who's another light heavyweight, who's signed with the manager out of Lamont Roach's team, and Lamont Roach is like fighting for a world title soon. So these guys are light heavyweights, so they're really big boys compared to me. They're about, one of them's a little bit taller than me, and Josh is about the same height, and they weigh a lot more and they're a lot stronger. So I'm going 4 rounds with one, and then I'm putting in a fresh body, one of them, another one in for another 4 rounds. So if I'm able to deal with these guys 8-round sparring sessions, 2 days in a row, and then next week we'll bring them back in, I think this fight, I'm gonna tear this dude up.
What's the weight difference between them and you?
So when we weigh in, so we weigh in, the day that we weigh in on the scale, I'll be like 158, right? Like 160 is what I'm supposed to weigh in at, and they're 175. So right off the bat, they're 15 pounds heavier on weight, but that's not including what they
walk around.
So I know I'm not gonna put them on blast, but they're big boys. There's some big boys. I know. I kind of they tell me too. I know their weight and everything, but I can tell when they're a lot bigger than me.
Like Crystal Light, 49 kilos over here. She's not cut down.
So do you train at your weigh-in weight?
My fight weight?
Yeah.
No.
Hell no. That's
what do you train at?
So right now, this camp, I'm in between 175 and 178. Like in between there, I fluctuate. But by the time I'm done with my workouts, I'm normally right around 173. Then I go refuel the rest of the day, and then in the morning I have my workout, rest, and then I have my second workout in the evening. So
about 15 pounds over.
Yeah, just about. But I lose that within a week. Easy.
That's what Jamie was telling you.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
I don't
us.
put that much intense. Well, you want to start sparring and then lose weight.
Yeah.
Well, your last class,
Last
camp.
class.
I'm sorry. Your last camp was 3 months, right? Or something like that?
So my last camp was, I think, 10 weeks or 11 weeks, man. It was that's overdoing it, really.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know that. So for me, those first couple of weeks was just a matter of just getting back into the routine,
Gotcha.
making sure that my body was going to be okay. I was doing all my physical therapy and everything, strength work, all that stuff. So this time around, it was different because we already had that established. So just coming right off that last fight, I only had a week off, and then I was right back into camp, which is how I prefer it to be.
Yeah.
I prefer to stay busy rather than sitting on the shelf for such a long period of time. So
That's awesome.
yeah, man. Yeah.
What of course your expectations are always to win, but like, what do you? I guess going into the fight, what would be your expectation besides winning?
This camp, I'm so confident within this camp, and knowing that I'm fighting at the Alamo Dome in front of all my people, I'm gonna destroy this guy, man. I was telling my sparring partners on the first time I sparred for this camp, the very first time I sparred, I looked really good to my team. My team told me this, that I had looked really good compared to my last camp, which the first time I sparred, I was kind of rusty and everything. They're just like, "Nah, you look real sharp and you look on timing." And I just told the guys, there's these young kids there that are like gonna go to the national championships and everything. They're really good amateur fighters, and they're very young. They're like 16, 15. And they're asking me like, so how do you think this is fun? I said, yeah, I'm gonna destroy this guy. And I said, and closer to the fight, I'll be able to tell you what round. And that's really how I feel, man. I feel like as the camp's coming along, I feel like the closer I'm getting to it, I'm like, all right, I think by like the 4th, 5th round, I'm gonna be able to take this guy out. But I think within time, as the camp keeps going and I get closer, I'll be like, okay, this is the round where I know that I'll be able to, because I just feel it, man. I don't know why.
Is this the biggest venue?
Feels it deep down in his plums.
Yeah, all of my loins.
He got a deep bluish hue. He probably doesn't know where that's from.
I don't, but it sounds very familiar.
Nah, he had his professional debut was in El Paso.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty big fight.
Yeah, that was in front of like 5,000, 6,000 people. And I was like one of the first fights. So the stadium wasn't even filled yet for the main event, because the main event was Jennifer Hahn, who's like a real big name out in El Paso. Yeah. So she had stacked stadium for me. So I could never ask. But for me, I've been living these fights in my head so many years already, man. Like, and I don't mean this to sound in a bad way, but this is not the end game for me. Like the Alamo Dome, like, yeah, it's a big deal for me because it's here in my hometown and I get to show off in front of my people and defend something that they see as being something special. So I get to do that. But to me, I won't be in shock, or I won't be like, oh, this is a big stage, until I get to where I know I'm supposed to be, which is Vegas, fighting, pay-per-view fights.
I think everybody should be like that. I mean,
they should be, but you'd be surprised, man. Not a lot of people, they don't, the tool of visualization and actually doing it and utilizing that, not a lot of athletes do that, man. You'd be surprised.
Quote from Conor McGregor.
I mean, manifesting something like that. I mean, just saying it like, hey, I'm gonna go bigger. This is not just where I want to be.
Yeah, even this fight, like, I haven't even thought about my opponent this fight, except for at the beginning. I watched some tape on him just to see what he was about, and I said yes to him. I won't watch him until maybe like the week of the fight. Then I'll start studying him a little bit more. But man, I've told myself I'd be here so many years ago, and my old trainer Tony Ayala Sr. told me I'd be here so many years ago that we've already been there. I've already been there. I fought the fight 100 times over in my head. Every night I fought it, so it's a matter of just beating myself inside the gym. Yeah. To make the fight easy.
But your trainer would see film prior to, right, to kind of.
So I was about to ask. I was like, you're not watching film, but are your training?
Yeah. So I mean, yes and no. I want to say yes because they have seen him just like I have. Yeah. The thing about it though is that my trainers, especially like my trainer like Marco, who's the head now, him, my father, and me myself, even me.
Shout out Lone Star CrossFit.
No
different Marco. All right.
Yeah. No, but just them knowing me and knowing what I'm capable of, they know if they can get the best me in the gym and just me focused, I can beat anybody in this world, man. And I truly believe that, and they truly believe that, which is more of a blessing because they truly believe it because they know what I'm capable of and they witnessed it before. So they know if they can get the best me, it doesn't matter who you put in front of me, I'm going to destroy them.
And now they don't have to, like the first 2 weeks that you say you're rustier on the other one, now it's just focus and
just keeping me focused.
All the little
keeping me
niches.
Focused, keeping me healthy, and making sure that I'm fixing the small minor details. And not even necessarily fixing them, just making sure that it's so repetitive in my training that it's just natural to me. So, yeah.
I think the last round you were getting them pretty good, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's when I saw the last round.
I sent it to you.
So the thing about the last fight, and I remember because when the last round ended, I shook his hand and I gave him a hug and everything. But when I walked back to the corner, I told my trainers and my team, I was like, man, I had so much more. Yeah. Like, I wasn't even tired, man. Like, even one of the other fighters, Carlos Swifty, who's fighting on the card too with us, he signed with Davies as well. He even told me, he's like, man, I want to look like that, man. Like, he's like, you didn't even look tired in there. I wasn't, man.
So I felt after 20.1, I was like, I got so much more left. Didn't even feel tired.
20.1, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy a sticker.
You did it, man. You did it.
I'm just gonna buy one, dude. Like a 40.8 or something.
Were you here for that, bro?
Yeah, I was here for that.
Oh, okay.
If you explain it.
So this guy comes in and he's like, hey, so I see everybody posting about 20.1 or something. And he was like, what does that mean? And I was like, well, everybody knows on this podcast 20.1 is year 20, first workout. And he's like, oh, so that's why they have those stickers on the back of their card. I was like, no, guy, those are marathon stickers. 26.2, full marathon.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I thought he was talking about like the Bible verses. I was like, this fool's was talking about Bible verses. You talking about
And to the viewers, man, I'm just an athlete. I don't watch this shit. I don't watch no sports really. I just love doing this shit.
He's also not a mathlete either.
Yeah.
True. No, but yeah, that's it, man.
on the. So are you fighting? Is your fight the main event?
Yeah, I'll be the main event.
Main event again?
Yeah, so it'll be me. So really, I'm the main event, right? Like according to what everybody says, but I think the show itself is a main event, man. I think all the fighters that we have coming out of Davies Entertainment, and I think the event itself, is something that nobody should miss inside of San Antonio, because it's not just fights, man. Like we have artists that are going to be out there. We have I don't want to ruin it, and I don't want to say what, but somebody special is going to be out in the audience.
Fucking Bieber, baby.
Yes. No, but we will have like special guests out in the audience, and it's just going to be something special, man. I think it should catch on fire a little bit more once we get closer to the fight. But if you're not catching on now, and if you haven't bought the tickets, man, you're missing out on something special.
I was hoping the venue wasn't to catch on fire. Yeah, I could shoot good. Fucking pyrotechnics, everybody get out. No, it's at the Alamo Dome, but it's the Illusion Theater, correct? So they curtain off a portion of the Alamo Dome, and it's nice and intimate, but still big.
It's 11,000. It sits 11,000 people.
Oh,
yeah, so it's still a big venue, man. Like
kind of about like all the people, about the same amount of people that came to watch me do 20.1.
Like 11K,
11,000. Yeah.
Oh, so they did. It's kind of like what they did. They'll do that for the Spurs game with the Alamo Dome.
A long time ago,
time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had to close off a section of it.
Yeah,
basically. They put that curtain.
Yeah, exactly. But with it, man, like they have the best of everything coming through. So on the curtain, they're actually gonna have a screen like on the curtain, so everybody that's sitting behind can see.
Ruining surprises, bro.
It's not even surprises, man. That's all. The surprise will be the people in the audience,
well, then
man.
Tell us about Bieber.
Nah, man.
It's gonna be Mike Tyson. Have you heard his podcast?
Tyson's?
Yeah.
The hot boxing.
Yeah, bro, that shit's badass, bro.
I like it.
Bro, he's crazy.
If you haven't been to the Alamo Dome, I was there yesterday, and it's like super,
for the game we were invited to.
super upgraded.
Yeah.
I got invited by my uncle who had season tickets. So.
Say, hey, bro, we're all gonna be over there. You want to go watch the game?
Nah, there was no tickets for you.
What do you mean no tickets for me?
You'd have to buy them. I can't invite you if you got to buy your own tickets.
What do you mean? Yeah. Like, hey, bro, we're gonna go. You want to go? Just buy your own tickets.
Nah, that's not how an invite works.
To me, I mean, the biggest thing about this fight for me is the name that I'm gonna have on my record. So to me, I just want to. I think I said this to my dad the other day because we were talking, but it's to me what I'm doing this for now is to obviously solidify a legacy for my son, so he doesn't really have to worry about much whenever he gets a little bit older and have the things that I didn't have. And I'm not saying I had a bad life. My parents gave me everything. My parents gave me everything I wanted, but I just want him to have even more.
Yeah.
And to be able to do things that he wants to do. But aside from that, I think just having that name on my record, my goal in this sport is to find the biggest, baddest person, the person that's going to be able to take me out and that trains harder than me, does all that, does everything better than me. I want to find that guy. And it's definitely not him, man.
So currently with all the boxers out there now, right, do you have like a goal fight? Like,
Yeah, I want to fight the best. So right now, the middleweight champion, the main guy is Canelo. I want him. I want him. And I know it's going to take, I'm not dumb and I'm not naive. I understand that it's a process and that it's going to take some time for something like that to happen. At the same time, though, it doesn't mean that I want that guy. I want him. I want Golovkin. I want Demetrius Andrade, I think, to me personally, is the best middleweight.
Golovkin's like 50, dog.
If I can get him now, I'll take him now, man. Shoot, he's the best though. He's still a champion.
He is still a champion.
He's got a belt, man.
He didn't look too solid last 2 weekends ago, though.
And I respect these guys because they're up there. Yeah. They're the champions, and being inside this sport, I understand what it takes to get there. I've never been there, but I understand that what work it's taken me to just get that, and that's a baby belt compared to those, you know. So I want to test myself against the best, man, and find the one guy who's bigger and better than me.
Well, it goes back to manifestation you're talking about, that we're talking about. Like, you want to be able to think, hey, I'm going to go against them. I'm going to face them. So you can be there.
And y'all are talking shit to me when I told you I was going to win the Open?
With
Wait,
your
I'm
fucked up
fucking
calf?
manifestation, bro.
You were talking about manifestation about that, but then you're like, my cat's fucked up,
Well,
and then you go and you play soccer,
I had
and I'm
to
like,
call out.
well, if you're playing soccer, then you're okay.
No,
Well,
I'm
first
not.
of all, though, even a calf injury, though, right? Like I've been in plenty of fights with injuries, like severe injuries, not nothing cheap, bro.
Not no calf.
Not no
Yeah,
calf
so
injury.
for this guy to be, it's not gonna happen if he's complaining about a calf injury like that, man.
But, oh yeah, mom's texting.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Let's
that's
see what she
hi.
said.
He's saying your calf injury ain't nothing, dude.
Bro, that hurts.
To fucking man up and go do it right now.
Nah, I'm not
Do it
doing
right now,
I feel
live.
sick. Like I feel real sick right
Here
now.
we go. See,
I
I
told you.
haven't-
it's things like that.
Excuses.
I haven't heard you
excuses.
cough. You don't look like shit.
Well, because I always look good. That's why.
No, maybe it's because he always looks like shit.
Yeah. Negative. It's hard to look sick when you always look this good.
Would you know if when you win this fight, would you know the next opponent, or what you could do? Or I know last time you're like, hey, we gotta,
Yeah. So
it out.
I think it's the same thing, man. I'm not. So for me, I'm not looking past like the last time. Like I think I told y'all too. Like I'm not looking past this guy because this guy has a legit record. You know, he's got for 22 wins, he's got 20 knockouts. The dude has something,
Shit.
behind him.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he's respectable, man. So I gotta respect him. I gotta understand that I can't look past him. So that's my biggest thing. It's not the Alamo Dome. It's not my people. It's not none of that. My biggest thing is fighting somebody that is respectable like that.
Yeah.
To where I know I'm gonna get a hell of a fight, and I gave him enough time in the camp. Like I didn't try to shortchange him by giving him a short notice type deal. I wanted him to be at his best. That way, I beat the best Alexis Camacho. The way I beat the best Jazz Phipps.
Yeah.
So, I don't think you can't progress in your game and get better if you're not fighting the best at their best.
Yeah.
So true. That's my thing.
So do you think Canelo's ducking Triple G?
No, I don't think so. I to me, especially after Triple G's last performance, I'm not saying it wasn't a bad performance. The other guy is hella good, and I don't think a lot of people understand that because they didn't know who he was. If you're in the boxing world, you know who Derevyanchenko was.
Yeah.
That guy was a hell of an opponent. Not only an opponent, he will be champion, I'm sure, soon enough.
He could eat some punches too.
Not only that, but they call him the technician for a reason, man. He's a technician, and with Triple G's age and being through all the wars that he's been through, of course shit like that's gonna look. But he still won, man.
It was
he
a hell
still
of a
pulled it
fight,
off.
though.
Yeah, it was a hell of a fight, and he still pulled it off. So I think a lot of people are getting him a lot of stick because he's not destroying guys the way he used to, but he's fighting young, hungry lions like that
Still,
guy.
yeah.
So you can't. I all respect to Triple G, all respect to Derevyanchenko. I think they're both champions, man. At the end of the day, nobody was a loser in that fight.
How many
Except for the guy that lost.
Technically, right? Yeah.
how many fights do you normally fight within a year?
I mean, now this is the most I think I fought in 1 year. So three times this year within this year.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, I think it was like once, twice,
Yeah.
sometimes three, but preferably it would be like 3 to 4 times.
Yeah.
That would be preferred. Now at 8 rounds, it should be 4.
Yeah.
Maybe even 5. But I know after this fight, I'm gonna try to push my management team to try to get me a 10-rounder.
Yeah.
See how we do in that. Maybe get a couple 10-rounders, and then we really shoot for the big guys. But right now, it would be really nice just to, if I were to, I don't, like I said, I'm not looking past this guy, but if I were to, it would just be, a solid 10-rounder against another prospect like myself, somebody that was undefeated or something like that would be awesome, man. Or even then, just somebody that was respected, just like the guy that I'm fighting now.
Yeah.
Somebody respectable like that with a respectable record, So.
How much more do you need to get the extra 2 to 4 rounds to get to the 10 and the 12?
So I think it was just a matter of just getting a couple of these 8-rounders under my belt and understanding that, because see, I shot from 4 and I only fought 1 6-round fight before this 8-round.
Yeah.
And even then, that wasn't even, I stopped him I've knocked him out in the first round. So right after that, I went right back to a 4-round, and then I jumped to an 8.
Yeah.
So I really haven't even gotten any, as a professional, I haven't had that many rounds.
Yeah.
I really haven't had that many fights. I've only had 11 fights as
Yeah.
a professional, and I'm fighting guys that have 30 fights, are close to 20, 18, so. But
you mentioned it, man. You weren't even gassed out. I mean, you looked good in that 8th round, and it was like, You could have probably gone to the 10th round or like nothing.
And I think I credit that a lot to where I come from, man. Inside where I grew up, inside this boxing game, which was at Zazamoto Street Gym with Tony Ayala Sr., man. I mean, he taught me what he taught me is what I'm telling you now. Like, that I just want to fight the best.
You could have ended up like that.
Yep. Knock the fuck out.
Yeah, right.
I'm dead.
But I mean, you got to take.
I'll post that one. I'll post it on there.
You got to take chances and take risks to be great, man. If you don't, then what would I be able to tell my son if I said, yeah, I was a fighter, but I only fought around here, club shows against guys I knew I could beat. You know, I think taking chances and taking risks is really where it's at, and that's really where you find out a lot about yourself. You know, so I want to fight the best, and I know in order to beat the best, I have to train super hard and stay disciplined. So I do everything right, man. I try to do everything as right as I possibly can outside of the camp. So
it's hard to stay disciplined when you hang out with this guy.
Yeah, for sure. But even this, it could be.
I don't even know he had pink socks.
It could be hard, man. It could be hard if you don't have a why, right? If you don't have a reason. But I have a reason, so. So to me, him doing what he does, that's him. And I respect him because he's always been that way since the day I met him. Same thing with all my other friends and all my other family, everybody like that. So to me, I know who I am. I know on the mission that I'm on. Yeah. So that doesn't distract me, man. I know it would be hard for a lot of other people who are like, oh, it's hard because he just like, all my friends like to go to the bar and drink. But dude, I go to the bar with him and I'll just sit there and have a water, man. Like it isn't... It's not. It's not hard for me, man. So
I can. I mean, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do nothing. So it's
his other friend said he's a bad influence, but I don't think so.
Yeah, right.
I'm the same way, bro. I'm just like I'll just chill, and I rather see people just hang out with my boys or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what they like to do, man. Why the fuck am I gonna tell them to change just because I have to live a certain way doesn't mean they do.
I don't think we're bad influences. We just hype each other up like, fuck it, let's go.
We're super hype. Yeah, we're super hype crew, man. Yeah, because when I am able to hang out and do those things, man, I get super hype with these guys. But they understand too, though. They don't try to pressure me into doing anything that I don't want to do or that I'm not supposed to be doing.
Except for this guy.
That's a good thing.
Even him
this
though.
This guy fucking tried to get you to do anal that one time.
No.
You're gonna have to come in the camera and wave at least, say hi to everybody. Come around real quick. Not right in front. It's not gonna get you. We're talking about this guy, Diego.
Yeah, so follow him on it's Chubby Chubs at Chubby Chubs on Instagram.
Nice.
Follow.
Doug Life.
He will. Did he put him?
So if you notice the tattoo, he's the one that will drop off the tickets to you naked on his bike.
On his bike, yeah. So if you want.
So interesting about the bike. You said he dropped you off.
Oh, hammered one night.
Hammered.
It was a terrible idea. Thinking back on it, we were both drinking. It was early in the morning, not at night, and then we were both super bigger at the time. So imagine two of you on one bike. Like,
that's funny, man.
Yeah, man. They're crazy, man. My people are crazy.
All right. So where can we get some tickets? I already got mine, but
Alamo.
You didn't tell me when you got yours, so I could have got mine too.
I didn't know you wanted to go, bro.
Yeah, so it'll be AlamoCityFightNight.com is where you can purchase the tickets. It's like through Ticketmaster.
I got mine at Ticketmaster.
Yeah, you can get yours at Ticketmaster. It's just the website that sends you to the link, right?
Oh,
so you go to the link and then just type in the code EO1109. I get credit for it. So if you could do that for me, I'd appreciate it. But
one more time.
We'll post that too.
EO1109.
Echo Oscar 1109.
Okay, bro. Chill out.
EO. It could be different. It sounds different.
Chill out, bro.
It is something different to me.
Yeah.
Nah, but really, salute to all the people in the armed services, whatever branch you're in, even Coast Guard.
What would sound different? What would the E sound like?
I don't know, but you get confused with V, B.
That.
So it just why have confusion? Echo Oscar.
Okay.
I got you.
Whatever, dude. Who cares?
11482. 1109. Right?
1109. EO1109. Eddie Ortiz 1109.
Oh, there you go.
EO.
Ortiz, that's what it's for.
Yeah, EO, and then 1109 is the date. November 9th. Yeah.
That was over my head, bro, for real. I was like, wait a minute. So
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, man.
cool, man.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. You had to go, right?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know what you had to do. So
Yeah,
we're gonna
I
go
guess
promote
so.
the fight.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I would just say
Nah, I
he
did.
says like, hey, we're gonna do this,
Yeah,
that.
yeah. We can definitely get back to where we need to be to. I appreciate y'all for having me on,
Shit, we
man.
appreciate you for coming, man.
Yeah.
Again,
One quick question though. So about that, is it the CrossFit Opens? Is that
Yeah.
So it's open already? They
Yeah.
started
Well,
Yeah.
there's 2 this year because of sanctionals and stuff. A whole bunch of
sanctionals.
yeah. There's gonna be like
sanctionals is like sanctioning. You mean
no. There's gonna be like
the fuck is sanctionals?
there's gonna be multiple ways that you can get into the games now.
yeah,
Not just via the open and regionals, since regionals no longer exist.
Oh, there's no more regionals.
no,
Oh,
yeah. So
shit.
before you had to do the open, then you had to do regionals
make
in
it to
each
regionals.
in each region, of course, because regionals, and then from there you go to the CrossFit Games, the top 5 people of each region. But
Okay.
now it's they have national champions from each nation or whatever.
Fucking calf, fuck me, bro.
national
and then-
champions from each nation.
Yeah, like
Fucking Mozambique.
yeah, whatever nation has a gym in there. You know,
If you have a CrossFit gym, that sometimes there's like places with only one CrossFit gym.
Yeah.
And then so that's why they fucking cut them off after the first event
Yeah.
the last time.
yeah. So yeah, they do that. So they go and then they win and then they can go to the CrossFit Games. So there's like 128, I think, national champions.
Something like that.
And then you have your people that win the Open, which is the top 20, and then you have another 20 sanctioned events,
26, I think, this year.
28
28.
that people can win.
So where do you go after like qualifying here, like just locally?
You don't. There's no more. You gotta,
Oh,
gotta
okay.
fight nationally. Yeah.
So okay, but that's what I mean.
Before it used to be regionals, and they had them here. They had them in Houston. They had them in
Dallas.
Austin, Dallas.
Yeah.
So
They had
that's
them here too, right?
Yeah, they had them
One
here.
year.
how do you get to the nationals then? I guess that's my question.
By finishing top 20 in the
Open.
In the open. Yeah.
In the open
Yeah.
here within San Antonio.
No. Worldwide.
Within worldwide, yeah.
The country. No, yeah.
Worldwide.
Yeah, that's okay.
And then if you finish number 1 in your country,
You can go.
you can go.
you can go to that.
So like since Diego CrossFitted, right?
Yeah.
And he's El
Here,
Salvador.
say he was out of here. So
Yeah,
let's just
but-
start from the beginning.
But say he's like he can have an El Salvador nationality,
Yeah.
so he can qualify for El Salvador.
if they have a gym out there.
I think
Yeah.
they do. They have one.
Yeah.
So tell me how it would work if you like say you're out of here. this
Just
year.
wait till next year, 2021. Bro.
let me go to you then, man. Or what do you- so how does that work? Because this guy's being a fucking asshole.
You
So say if you were trying to qualify, so
Yeah.
how would that process go if you were to like say jump yourself through every step of it? for me?
so I would have to come top 20 in the world,
Okay.
and then from there I would get an invitation.
Yeah.
Or I'll go to a sanctioned event. There's 28 of them.
Mhm.
There's a couple. There's one in Dubai. There's one in France. There's a shitload
All
here
over
in
the
the.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
basically, what they're trying to do is like have a functional fitness season, essentially.
More,
Yes.
I can't say that word. Variety?
Yeah.
Variety.
Variety.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're trying to have like a season, and they're gonna have like Rogue Iron Games is gonna. My guess is gonna start following these sanctionals,
Yeah.
and start showing them on the YouTube, get the following going and stuff like that. So it's like a season of functional fitness. So if the sanctionals, you got to place first or second, I believe at most of them, and then you can get it first, and then you can get an invite to the games.
So there's 28 of them. So right now, pretty much starting, I think after Open.
After the open, there's
After the Open,
French or something.
it's every weekend there's a sanctioned event, all the way up to May or April.
Okay. So in other words, it kind of just made it a little more difficult for y'all to,
Oh, yeah,
to
that's-
qualify,
it's
right?
done.
Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah.
I would assume so.
Before the goal was to make regionals.
Yeah.
That's
if,
what I.
if
That's
you were
what,
just
yeah.
like a normal athlete,
Yeah.
if you made regionals,
Which is the
that's-
South,
yeah,
pretty much.
That's
Yeah.
the South. That you did fucking badass, and you probably got as far as you ever get in
Yeah.
the CrossFit game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you can add that to your Instagram
Yeah.
bio.
Yeah. Regional.
Well,
I mean,
my-
I'm sure that's when like all the sponsors and everything come in, right? Because I've
No.
seen no.
Yeah, I mean
Some-
a little. You'll get
Little bit,
some
yeah.
the lower end
Yeah,
sponsorship.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you go
mine
into
says
regionals.
2019 regional, so it already says that.
But yeah, but before it was the South, which is like Texas, Tennessee, I think it went to Arizona.
Tennessee
which is the way
was in
I
South.
think it should
Tennessee
be,
in the
right?
South, no?
No.
That's kind of fucking up
No,
there.
Tennessee was in the South though, because Rich will come down here. No,
No.
No, he was
Tennessee is south.
mid-Atlantic.
Yeah.
I thought he came down.
No,
So then it
Tennessee
went
is
back
south.
this way.
no, the Mason-Dixon line is.
So then it went back
higher.
this way. So it went all the way to Utah, because then what's his name was here?
Well, I can tell you,
Muhammad. Forgot. Elijah Muhammad.
Elijah Muhammad
Yeah.
was Vegas, no?
No, he was in Utah.
Well, I know Camille was Colorado, and she would come down here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm.
So they kind of get that, and then they had South California. Then they had Canada.
Is it the same thing for the team? The team version of that?
Now you have to. The only way you can do the team is you have to win a sanctional.
Like individually?
No, you have to
Oh,
win a
okay.
sanctional
As your team.
As a team?
As a team
Oh,
that you're
okay.
taking to
Okay.
the games.
Damn.
Yeah.
Some serious shit, man.
Yeah, they made it harder for Americans because we're like the leading country in
Yeah.
functional fitness,
Mhm.
but they made it easier for fucking Greece or
Sweden, somebody like that.
Yeah.
Sweden, yeah, that has like one or two gyms, and there's like one Outlander. But then you also have the people that they train in America all the time, but they're like Laura Horvath. She's been training in America forever, but she's the Swedish national champion. But she would be the Swedish national champion even if she lived in Sweden because she's that good. So,
Yeah.
Oh, she's a beast.
yeah.
It made it good as far as if you're in that top percentile. Now you are getting more money, more exposure, because now there's different ways you can make money instead of just banking on the
He did it again.
what.
What?
In
Step
Sepov.
up.
Instead of-
I
instead
didn't
of-
even catch it. That's how
Yeah,
normal
bro, I
it
didn't
is
catch
to
it,
me.
man. Don't
Yeah.
listen to this guy, dude.
Bro,
this guy's a dick, dude.
Bro, I'm Mexican and I have an accent. Not an
Normal
accent,
Laredo.
but I have a lisp. So hey,
It's cool,
but-
bro.
it's now they can make more money like that.
Yeah, but so
Okay.
then they have like the very first day you had people from fucking other countries. Like that girl came out hot. She was like led the 400 and then she couldn't do a rope climb.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
So like you got people.
Because they just, okay.
The first event is real watered down. 'cause
Yeah.
They want to do the.
It's kind of like track and field, like at the
everybody-
regional area. Like,
everybody can do it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
like it's kind of like track and field at the regional level, where like you get
So-
some people from certain countries.
Yeah.
You're just getting
Yeah,
blown out the
yeah,
water
yeah,
by
yeah,
fucking
that's
Jamaica
kinda like
or
that, yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
So-
it's kind of like that.
So we're blessed to be from the great country of America, but we're fucked in the term that we could be fucking bum.
Yeah, I love that. He just fucking flings that door, man.
Kramer, so that like if we were from another country, we have a chance to make it to the games.
So that
Cool.
just for example, who was the one that you beat?
Oh, I
Yeah.
beat it wasn't Mozambique.
I
It
think,
was
I think it was.
I think it was Mozambique.
No,
because
it
you
was-
kept saying
bringing it up.
Mozambique.
well, I said it, but it wasn't him. It was another country. Like I beat him in everything, and he was at the games. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wait, so there's a guy that you beat
yeah. We
at
all beat him.
everything,
Yeah.
and he was at the games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went to the games.
like on TV games,
Yeah.
and you beat him.
yeah.
Yeah.
We all beat him.
Yeah.
Even fucking
Oh, yeah,
Crystal,
yeah.
Crystal in the girls division
Yeah.
probably beat him too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh.
so like it's the
Well, that's cool though. That at least they're getting that exposure, like for their country. I
they
guess.
get to walk out like the Olympics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
Yeah.
see, that's cool.
With
That's
that.
cool.
But just
then.
imagine how much money they're,
you
know, they-
even then though, but just imagine how
throw out.
embarrassing that could be.
It was.
yeah.
It was.
You're
It was
going
kind
up
of
against dudes like
embarrassing.
Rich Froning and shit,
Well,
right?
no,
Or
I don't think
whoever.
that. I don't think that's embarrassing so much because then like you're seeing people that like Ralph cares about and stuff. Like I could care less about these guys, but he goes over. He went to go see Rich and stuff. But I guess for me, like if I met Jean-Claude Van Damme, I'd cream my pants.
Yeah.
So like some of these people
Mhm.
are like these are their idols because that's what they do.
I mean, he's not my
Well,
idol.
then damn.
You
Wait,
put it
wait.
like that.
He respects the man because
Yeah.
he's at the highest level, bro. You don't
He's
respect
like-
your sport, dude.
I don't respect him that much because I'll get there. So
Nah, my dog.
there
I
you
like
go.
that.
See,
I like that.
boom, got him.
You're visualizing.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Got
Good.
you.
That's good.
No, but
That
yeah,
was a good one,
Now,
man.
when you respect somebody too much, then when you get in the ring with them or you're facing
Nah,
them,
see, you got it all wrong,
then
dude.
when you're facing them, well, I've seen it all the time, bro. I've seen
You're
it.
mistaking. You're
look-
mistaking kindness for weakness,
No,
bro.
look at George St. Pierre and Matt Hughes the very first time they fought. St. Pierre said he was starstruck, and that's why he didn't do too well. And he came back and he said, "You know what? That was my idol, but I'm gonna whoop his ass this time because I know I'm better than him, and I'm not gonna show him that respect." in the
Dude,
ring."
yeah. Well, then he's. I mean,
St. Pierre's the greatest welterweight of all time.
bro, he's also cheated before, bro.
Jackie never got caught. He never got caught cheating.
Bro, that whole Vaseline gate shit.
Never got caught.
Either
cheating.
way, look, there is a
Vaseline
fine line between respecting somebody and giving them too much respect. Right now, I'm not saying like my opponent, he has respect. He's a respectable opponent.
No, I know what you're
I'm
saying.
gonna
but I was
fucking kill him
explaining
inside that ring though, and he's trying to do the same to me. So I'd rather him be him than me. You know?
Yeah, that's good. But you like this guy's a good worthy opponent. But you weren't sitting there growing up watching him. That's different.
Oh yeah.
So
Sure.
some of these people have
Sure.
been growing up watching Rich Fronin. Like I'm pretty sure like that Guillermo kid. He saw Rich a long time ago, and now he's like going up against him, and it could.
That's different though, man. I don't know because that's a different breed, bro. Because I've seen people like that go up against Michael Phelps and they just want to fucking beat him. It's because they looked up to him so much. They're just like, I want to beat this guy.
It's hard to beat Aquaman.
It's not these days, and not the last time he was racing.
But I've seen a lot of instances like that. Like
Yeah, you know what I mean?
people like actually defeating
Allen
him.
Iverson versus Michael Jordan, bro. Like he fucking would cross him up nasty gachos. So
Yeah. Brian against Jordan too.
George St. Pierre just a bitch. Just kidding. I'm kidding, George. No.
He's not impressed by your performance right now.
I'm kidding, George. I love you, man. I always watch your fights. But
He
thank
don't-
y'all for having me on, though, man.
I'm pretty sure you don't listen.
You never know, man. Shoot, it gets around. It gets around, bro. From one year to the next, you never know who's listening.
Exactly, 2021 right here. Here it comes.
That's why.
Yeah.
20.1, bro.
Yeah,
Nah, man. Thanks a lot
Nah,
for stopping
thank you.
by and
Thank you.
taking the time to come and talk to us, man.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Good luck
you.
on the fight.
One more
Appreciate
time,
you.
get the tickets at Ticketmaster for Alamo City Fight Night.
AlamoCityFightNight.com.
Okay.
Or Ticketmaster, and then you type in Alamo City Fight Night. But AlamoCityFightNight.com. Code EO. E as in Eddie. O as in Ortiz. 1109. It's the date of the fight, November 9th.
Boom.
1109. That's how you get it.
All right, brother.
Cool,
All right,
man.
man.
Appreciate it,
soon.
man.
Appreciate you.